Hello, hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to the awesome adventures of Captain Spirit. In the last episode, Chris was chilling out in his little treehouse up there. We met Sky Pirate, and he filled out Captain Spirit's roster of heroes. All we have left to do is find the buried treasure, play Hot Dog Man, and confront Mantroid on his home planet. Now, couple of quick notices that I have to get into before I start the episode proper. One, it has actually been a little while since I recorded those first 4 episodes. It's been 9 days in between then and when I'm recording this episode. So if my memory's a little bit foggy, like for example, I can't remember what Chris's dad is called. I remember that he's an arsehole, can't remember what he's called. So if my memory is a little bit foggy on names, I do apologise. Secondly, if you are watching this and you can see that the comments are disabled, that isn't me doing that. That is the YouTube algorithm that is shutting off the comments. Okay. Chris says no to the YouTube AI. Indeed. But yeah, the AI can understand that Chris is a child, but it can't understand that he is not real, that he is a video game, and as such, the YouTube AI has kind of been flagging, oh, these videos must be meant for kids. We're gonna disable comments, and I have to go in and manually say, hey, no, allow comments, and it's a little bit of back and forth, but after a while, YouTube kind of goes, oh, I guess I was mistaken. So if you are watching this and unfortunately comments are disabled, I'm working on it, but as I said, the YouTube AI is smart enough to know that Chris is a child, it's not smart enough to know that he is a video game. Secondly, whilst I was editing the past few episodes, I noticed something. Chris's mum died on the intersection between Mantle Road and Asteroid Drive. Mantle, Asteroid, Mantroid. His enemy is where his mum died. And that once I realised that in editing, oh my god, that is so incredibly sad. That he's dabbing again. Chris, don't dab while I'm talking about sad stuff. How dare? Don't do that. But yeah, he's made his nemesis the place where his mam died. That is so incredibly sad.
It's like Chris was forever out here.
It is, buddy. And your dad is inside, blackout drunk. Isn't that lovely? I've noticed that. I wonder what happened to the... No, come on, this way. There we go. Yeah, what happened to the banister here? I hope your dad didn't do that. Like, I hope he didn't kick it in rage or something. Come on, can we go in? There we go. Yeah, I might be a little slow with the controls. Yep, look at him. Look at him, still blackout drunk. No, thank you. We're just gonna leave him be for as long as possible. I do not want to deal with that mess. Yeah, and it was E? Yes, decipher the map.
Time for Captain Spirit to put these pieces together.
Okay. Okay. I don't... Okay, there we go. I can move it with the mouse. Okay, so we have... Let's spin it.
I have to place it right.
Yeah, so I think that would be... like that, maybe? Or... okay, maybe...
The treasure map is not secret anymore. It's mine.
So we are looking in the maze of doom. Got it, okay. Okie doke. Well, let's see what awaits us. speed it up a little bit. And whilst I remember, I'ma just take these keys. I mean, his dad won't mind. His dad doesn't even know. I think Chris is so creative, creating this little map for himself. That's lovely. Mm.
Ooh, now I have a map to the Maze of Doom.
Well, let's enter. Oh, God, buddy, this is not safe. You're gonna need a tetanus shot after this. Oh. Oh! I was not paying attention to the map. I was not paying attention. I mean, maybe we can guess this. I feel right. Yeah, that just seemed to take us back to the beginning. And this just looks like the same tunnel. You know what? I'll leave. Okay. Step 1, I'ma take a picture of that map. Step 2, take on the Maze of Doom again. Like I said, he's gonna need a tetanus shot. It's cute that he's playing and all this, that, and the other, that he's such an active kid with a wonderful imagination, but I know for a fact that if I tried to do that when I was little, my parents would have jumped in and said, why are you playing with sheet metal? That's dangerous. What if you get stuck in there?
The treasure map is not secret anymore. It's mine.
Okay. So right, so that left, right, left, 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 right, left, 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 right, left, left. I can remember that. But yeah, what if he gets stuck in there? What if it collapses? His dad is so drunk he wouldn't even notice. And given that his dad seems to have a temper, he seems like an angry drunk, I think there'd be a pretty good chance that, you know, he'd hear the clattering, go out, and then be like, oh, Chris, what the fuck are you doing? Why have you gotten stuck? I don't think he'd necessarily help. Left, right, left, left. Come on, buddy, be brave. Right. God, this is genuinely quite unsettling. I really appreciate the ambiance of the Captain Spirit segments. They're really cool.
I forgive you, Mother. I can hear you, and I long to be near you. But every road leads to an end. Yes, every road leads to an end. Your apparition passes through me in the willows and 5 red hands. You'll never see us again. You'll never see us again.
Mom was so pretty. I miss Mom's smile.
Oh, Buddy. Buddy, you're not the only one crying there. Flipping heck. Yes, Captain Spirit has discovered the secret treasure. Here's the thing, we've seen Chris storing things his mum drew in places outside of the house. Like, he was storing some stuff in like a little storage compartment in his treehouse. He's keeping pictures of his mum in a little junkyard in his garden. I wonder if he's keeping them there because he knows his dad won't look. Because his dad, it seems like he's locked. I think she was called Emily Erickson. It seems like he's locked Chris's mum away. Like, he's put her in, or what remains of her at least, in cupboards and in the garage and in places where he can't see her because it hurts so much. And it feels like Chris has taken these scraps and squirreled them away so that he can look at her whenever he wants, because he knows that if his dad gets a hold of them, then he'll potentially put them in places where Chris can't get to. And here's the thing, they're both ways of dealing with grief, and both are perfectly valid. I'm not saying this to be like, oh, his dad is an arsehole because he doesn't want to look at his, deceased wife's picture. Like, that isn't the case. I think for some people it just hurts so much to see them in pictures and know, I will never see them in person again. In pictures and videos and like whatever else you have, and knowing I can see them on a screen, I can see them on a scrap of paper in my hands, but I will never, excuse me, I'm quite emotional, I will never see them in person. I will never see that smile. I will never be able to hold their hand ever again, and it is simply too much, and they have to push those reminders to the very corners of their mind because they just can't cope. And some people, they need to see those pictures. They need to see those reminders because they miss them so dearly. And they want to see everything they can. Even if it's not in person, those pictures and videos are so vitally important. They are both perfectly valid ways of dealing with grief, but they are complete opposites. They cannot exist together. And so because we've got Chris, who needs to see those pictures, and Charles, who can't, it's going to cause conflict. It's going to cause resentments. And oh, darling. Oh, darling. Okay, now if Mantroid is what I think it is, I kind of want to save that to last. I think I'd rather see if we can go play Hot Dog Man. Now then, you know what probably would have been wise was seeing how long the code is. I'm assuming it's 6 digits, but
I need a pin code. What is it?
What? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 3, 6, 9, 10. We're looking for an 11 long string of numbers. I mean, I don't suppose it'd be that simple. I don't recall seeing a string of 11 numbers. Here's the thing, in the Life is Strange games, most of these codes, they do have meaning to the characters. The characters don't just use random strings of numbers, they use things that are meaningful. Like the code in the garage. It was the year he met his wife. So he's gonna have done something similar, but I can't.
Maybe I should help Dad clean the house.
I mean, I thought we already had.
Instead of playing...
I thought we already had helped him clean. I mean, I'm not seeing anything else to clean. Oh god, I did notice they were measuring Chris in the dad's room. Please let there be an 11 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No. Maybe 8, 9, 11, 12. No, then that's more. Oh. Also, to be brutally honest, I don't necessarily think the dad would choose something to do with his son. I think it'd be more likely to do with Emily. It seems like he is far more connected to his missus than he is to his kid. Like I said, I'm racking my memory. It has been 9 days since I last played this, but in between then, I've edited. I've been editing the past videos, and I can't remember seeing a number that was 11 digits long. Okay, let's turn on the light. Oh god, it could be anywhere. It might not be something that's necessarily pointed out. It could be written on a wall somewhere. Okay, you know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna look around the garage, and if I can't find it in here, if I can't find any strings of 11 numbers, I think I might pause the recording and have a look around and come back to you once I've figured something out.
Mom and Dad always talked about how they met at school.
Yeah, again, 2005.
It was weird having my mom as my kindergarten teacher, but fun. My first picture, it looks so tiny and weird. Maybe I'm an alien baby. This is where Mom went to school before we came here.
I mean, that would be 05. No, that'd be 8.
Mom didn't go to art school
so
because
it's
of me.
Probably not a
She
date
was already
then.
in. Oh wow, I don't get this one.
Yeah,
I'm too young.
If we're not looking for a date, I cannot remember a string of 11 numbers. No,
Grandma and Grandpa were
nothing
so
there.
nice. I wish we saw them more.
And here's the thing: why would he use anything relating to the death of his wife as his phone code? That makes no sense. Yeah, it wouldn't be relating to this.
I know Dad spent a lot of money on the funeral.
Again, that'd only be 8. Like, as harsh as this is, I am kind of disregarding anything relating to Chris. I think this is more likely gonna be something relating to Emily. Oh god, if it's something random. Yeah, you know what? This could take me ages, so I'm gonna put a cut in right here. I'm gonna bring you back once I've found something. Okie doke, and I am back. So I have searched this house from top to bottom to try and find an 11-digit code, and I have had 0 success. I checked the garage again, I searched his dad's room, I even went and searched places where I was pretty certain there wouldn't be any kind of codes, like the treehouse and Chris's room, and I have found nothing. And here's the thing, I want to complete this DLC as much as I can, and what I ended up doing, I went on Google just to see if I could get like a little hint of like, oh, here's the location of the code.
Dad and I should add traps to the house to keep enemies away, like Mantroid.
Okay, buddy. Okay. But yeah, so I went on Google just to see if it was like, okay, the code is in this area. 1, the code is actually only 8 numbers. But 2, the code isn't actually in the game. I don't know who figured this out. I wouldn't have thought to try this, but the code, it's a random string of numbers. But it spells out, once Chris has pulled the phone up, it spells out 8 3 2 9 4.
Yes, I can hack any system.
It spells hot dog.
Start.
That was his passcode, hot dog. I would never have guessed that. I don't particularly like having to use Google, but I never would have guessed that. So, you know, needs must. Okay. Okay. And this is where I say I'm not particularly good at these types of games. Nope. Oh!
No.
He wants a high score. Okay. Let's see, how long will this take me? Hey.
Now I'm on fire.
Up and over. Oh.
No.
Buddy, are you sure it was a high score you wanted? Will you
I
accept?
would love to see Hot Dog Man team up with Captain Spirit.
Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. I love you, Hot Dog Man. Yeah, I don't have the patience for those types of games. Okay. Okay, also, I did happen to notice. Yeah, I never looked at this.
I wonder why Dad never hangs out with Nick anymore.
I tell a lie. I did look at this. I just couldn't remember it. Whoops. Oh well. Better to be safe than sorry. Now, can we actually go out this door?
We never use this door in winter because of the snow.
Okie doke. Fair dues. Fair dues. Either way, we only have one thing left to do on the list. And that is defeat Mantroid. I teared up during the Maze of Doom. I am wholeheartedly expecting to cry during this bit, if this is what I think it is. If Mantroid is what I think it is.
Oh, these boxes been here forever.
Still, at least you got an opportunity to look cool with your little telekinetic powers, buddy.
I hope Dad doesn't get in trouble because of me.
Oh. Beaver Creek Social Services, November 29th, 2016. Dear Mr. Erickson, this is Dr. Tamara Foreman of Beaver Creek Social Services, BCSS. As a representative of the county's elementary school districts, we would appreciate if you could arrange to come in with your son, Chris Erickson, for a meeting on Monday afternoon at 2:15 p.m. at our local office at 2775 Waters Street. If you have any questions, please call our office at 555-687-2006. Sincerely, Tamara Foreman, MSW, BCSS. Buddy, look at your arm. Look what he did to your arm. He grabbed you so hard to the point where he left a bruise. That isn't right. Chris loves his dad. He loves his dad so much, and he wants to be his little hero. But do you know who else needs a hero? Chris. Chris needs Captain Spirit. Oh dear. Yep, I've got it. Let's go. Power drive.
Here I come, Mantroid. Come on, let's get going. This is Captain Spirit. Do you copy? Are you there, Sky Pirate? Captain Spirit, I read you loud and clear. Are you sure you want to go on this dangerous mission? Don't worry about me. Mantroid is the one in danger. Gotta do a quick system check first. Instrument panel, check. Force field, check. Proton missiles, check. Escape pod, check. Windshield wipers, check. Everything looks good. Start the launch. We're going faster than light speed. What's that ahead? Oh no! Meteor shower! Turn on the force field! Too late! Emergency! SOS! Crash landing! Ah! I wonder how many ships Mantroid has crashed on this planet. Never mind. I landed safe. Time to explore! The planet is so dark, and the sky is so red, like blood. No wonder Mantroid lives here. But how could anyone live here? It's kind of sad and lonely.
This boy has such... Well, thanks for being creepy.
What's that sound?
Bad shit. That's what.
Something is coming. Or somebody.
Dare come to my planet.
Mantroid, show yourself, you coward!
I was saying he has such a wonderful imagination, and that is a street sign. Oh God. I like the fact that we can't run. We have to take this at Chris's speed.
Maybe it's all your fault.
It is what? That's guilt. That's guilt over his man's death. Don't laugh at him. Fuck you.
You're too weak to fight me, Captain Idiot.
This time, you won't get away from me.
I don't have to get away because I'm everywhere.
Fight me instead of hiding.
Yeah. Mantle, an asteroid, Mantroid. Oh, baby.
You can't win this. You're chasing ghosts. I'm bored now. Let's finish this.
No! I can't let you live.
Whoa! No! No, come on, Captain Spirit! You've got this! There it is.
You will pay for what you did, Mantroid. I swear.
And there we go. That is everything we have done. We have completed his list. Okay, Mantroid, I swear this is the last time you slip away from Captain Spirit. Oh, buddy. Buddy. Now, I am out of time for this episode. However, the only thing we have left in this DLC is waking up his dad. So I think this episode is gonna just go on for, you know, however long until the DLC ends, because I can't imagine there's much more to it. Oh, buddy. Buddy, Here's the thing, I would imagine... He was clearly into superheroes before his mum died, but I think clearly he's gotten way deeper into that. Like, the character of Mantroid, that can only have existed after his mother's passing. And clearly this is a way of... It's a way for him to defend his mum. Mantroid took her away, but I can defeat him. I did find that line, maybe it's all your fault. because we haven't been told why Emily was on that road. And here's the thing, it could just be a child, you know, children, they have a tendency because they don't realise that there are things out of their control yet. So it could just be Chris kind of putting the blame on himself. He could have been in the car with her when she was driving, we don't know, but oh, buddy. It wasn't your fault, no matter what. That car crash, you weren't the one driving the mystery vehicle. You weren't that person, it isn't your fault. Oh god, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this, because he's an angry drunk. And yeah, he said, oh, I won't be mad, but now he's drunk. He has drunk brain. Drunk brain doesn't give a shit about the promises he made before. Oh, Lord.
I hate seeing him like this.
You and me both, kiddo. You and me both.
Dad, you sleeping? Hey, wake up. Dad, come on.
Huh? What? Who's there? Who's that?
Dad, it's just me, Chris.
Whoa, hold on, buddy, okay? Jesus.
Dad!
Fuck!
Dad, are you okay?
Do I look okay? No. I tripped. Can't even watch one goddamn game. Fuck! That's just great. Oh, I think I sprained my foot. Shit. Chris, why did you wake me up?
You told me to wake you up. I thought you said the pine tree.
Pine tree? I can't even walk in my own house, man.
You should be careful when you're, when you wake up.
Don't be a smartass, Chris. I'm not in the mood right now.
Yeah, Dad. Okay.
Jesus Christ, who is that? Go answer. If it's some salesperson or some church group, you just close the door on them. It's nobody's business. This is our castle, and it's our family. Right?
Right.
Oh my, look at you. What kind of costume is that?
I'm Captain Spirit.
Of course you are. We need all the superheroes we can get. And how are you doing, Chris?
Good, Mrs. Reynolds. Just?
Just?
Oh, buddy. Okay, so now we know who Reynolds is, Mrs. Reynolds. I'm going to assume she's a neighbour. And we have been cleaning the house. That's what we've been doing. We've been being a responsible young man.
Just, cleaning up the house and stuff.
On a beautiful Saturday like this, you should be playing instead. I even saw you clearing the snow out of the alley, so I hope you don't work all day.
Well, it's laundry day. Dad's watching the game, so...
That explains all the beer cans. Actually, I was going for a nice walk, but it sounded like the 4th of July over here. Is everything okay?
Oh, concerned neighbour. Absolutely. I'm genuinely stuck here. Because Here's the thing. I think Chris is a good boy. I don't think he's the type of boy to lie. I also don't think he's a particularly good liar. I think if he were to lie, he'd probably be, yeah, we were doing a thing, yeah. Like, I don't think he lies often. And it seems like he likes this lady. You know, when she said, "Oh, who's that?" "I'm Captain Spirit." He wasn't embarrassed or anything. He was happy. He seems like he's got a decent rapport with this lady. So I don't think he wants to lie to her. But at the same time, his dad is right in the room with him. And if he says something wrong, then hey, what if he does something worse than bruise him? What if he breaks his arm next time? He doesn't just bruise it. Oh God. His dad's fallen over. He's potentially sprained his foot. I think Chris would be worried. I think he'd be worried about his dad.
Oh, yeah. Dad just tripped and fell. But he's okay.
Sounds like he tripped over a whole bunch of beer cans, right? Okay, Chris. I think I've heard enough. I'm going to talk to Stephen about this, and we'll be back to chat with your father.
Wait, you don't... Please.
Listen, I'm not trying to hurt you, okay? We want to help. You're not in trouble. You haven't done anything. Just stay put, and we'll come by in a little bit.
So what did that nosy bitch want?
Nothing.
Oh, nothing, huh? I was listening. I heard it all. You could have gotten rid of her.
I tried.
Man, I bet you wanted to tell her what a shitty dad you have. Huh.
No, she just wanted to say hi. I didn't say anything, Dad. I swear. Dad, please believe me.
Jesus, stop that whining. You're not a baby anymore. Oh, boo-hoo, Daddy. Believe me. Grow up.
But
You're just like your mom. Every time I look at you, every time you talk,
Stop it.
I see your face. Why? And if it wasn't for you, she would have never taken the car that day. Never. Oh, hey, Chris, look, hey, I didn't mean that, buddy.
Yes. Yes, you did.
No, listen, Chris.
And there we go. There we go. That was the end. Yeah, we completed everything. Meet Chris again in Life is Strange 2. I already have the sequel. Let's return to the main menu. I have thoughts about that end sequence there. I do think there was probably, if we had been more evasive as Chris, I reckon we could have gotten her to go away. However, here's the thing about Life is Strange style games. Ultimately, they do kind of converge to the same path. So I would put money on, if we sent her away, Chris's dad would have found something new to get pissed about, and it would have kind of led to the same result of Chris running out of the house in tears, climbing the tree house, and then falling. Okay, so one, I do like Mrs. Reynolds. I think that it's really good that she is taking an interest in a child that I don't think she's related to them. I think she's a neighbor, and yet she is taking such a keen interest. She's, here, oh shit, there's a bunch of noises coming from the house. I'd better go check on the child. I think that speaks really well of her, and I do understand her point of, she can see that this child is in an unsafe environment. The dad is an alcoholic. She's potentially seen the bruises on him. Like, she knows this child isn't safe. Where I'm like, madam, you're acting crappy there, is the fact that she outright told him, knowing that the dad is in the house, loudly saying, oh yeah, I'm gonna go tell my husband about this. I presume that's who Stephen is. That would make the most sense. But yeah, I'm gonna go tell Stephen, and we're gonna have something done about this. We're gonna call Child Protective Services. Like, loudly saying that, and then leaving the child there. 'Cause what if Chris's dad had gotten violent? What if he had gotten more violent? That is, either she should have played dumb and just been like, oh yeah, sure, anyway, I'm gonna go, but like, either she should have quickly left, or she should have said, hey, Chris, I'm going to the grocery store and I'm old and I can't carry my groceries, so would you be willing, because you're a strapping young lad, would you be willing to come with me? She should have gotten him out of the house. She shouldn't have loudly announced that she was gonna speak to people about what was going on in his home and then left him there. That was not safe. Secondly, I will say, the voice acting in that final scene wasn't as powerful as I thought it could have been. I feel like the dad should have been properly yelling. I feel like he should have been properly yelling, not kind of that, like, oi, be quiet. It wasn't... It kind of lacked an oomph. It lacked an oomph there. And that was... How do I put it? I'm not disappointed in how the game ended. I think it ended really well, but I do think the voice acting could have been a little bit better. It lacked that... it lacked that emotion. And I think that the dad should have been angrier there. I think that would have just ticked it up a notch. I mean, of course it came down to the fact that Chris reminds his dad of his mum. And as I was saying before, Chris's dad is the type of person who needs to compartmentalize. He needs to put all of those images and pictures and videos in a little box that he can't see, but he can't do that to his kid. He can't do that to his kid who looks exactly like his mum, who is also a creative, who draws art and is sensitive. He can't put Chris in a box. And here's the thing, that isn't Chris's fault. It's not Chris's fault that he reminds his dad of his mum, but I do think he should have sent Chris to live with his grandparents. Not forever, but just for long enough to get some grief counselling, to work things out, and then he could have, slowly reintegrated himself into Chris's life. That would have been so much better than getting drunk and blaming Chris for his mum's death. And just seeing him grabbing at him again, because he kept grabbing at him. He kept grabbing the arm that was bruised, and Chris was pulling it away. And that line about, oh, you're not a baby, grow up. He's 9. He's 9 or 10 and his man's dead and you're drunk and you hurt him. Like, how else are you gonna expect him to react? His reactions are perfectly in line with a child his age going through what he's going through. And the fact that Chris was self-aware enough to know, you absolutely do mean what you're saying. When you're drunk, you're angry, but you are at your most honest. When you say you blame me for my mum's death, you mean it. You absolutely mean it. And just, I felt so badly for Chris. I felt so badly for him. And then, obviously, you know, he fell from the treehouse. He flew. Or did he? Because we saw those 2 young boys in the garden next door. Now, I am aware that those are the protagonists for Life is Strange Season 2. Oh god, how do I properly put this? So, Life is Strange Season 2, it won't be a blind Let's Play. However, I've seen less of it than I had seen of Season 1. So, Life is Strange Season 1, I had watched a full Let's Play when the game came out. For Life is Strange Season 2, I've seen the first episode, and I've seen snippets of the other episodes. So, it's not exactly blind. I have a general idea of the storyline and, you know, where things head, but I've seen much less of it than I saw of Season 1. I'll explain it properly once I start the Let's Play. I'm very happy to see that Chris will make a reappearance in Season 2. I quite like Chris. I want to see how his story continues. I do think that the events of this DLC will impact some of the aspects of Season 2. I think it's mainly that decision of, did Mrs. Reynolds say she was going to speak to her husband? Did Mrs. Reynolds think Chris was in danger? I think that's what's going to have an impact on how Chris is in Season 2. Either way, I am very excited for Season 2. I'm really eager to get into it. However, that will have to wait until Monday. So until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.